Yes, beware FJTV. Oh no, whenever I say I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet and to the point, sometimes it drags on, but you watching this will be able to see how long the video is anyway, yeah? But I'm at the nature reserve, the park, wherever I sometimes record videos in. The park shuts at 8:30, so I have exactly 27 minutes, give or take, probably a little bit less than that. So I don't want to do a too long a video anyway, because obviously I don't want to get locked in, but more time they've got to drive around and beep the horn anyway. But anyway, cool. That's 30 seconds of waffling out the way. So since my last video, which was the 31st of August, which was Saturday, today's Thursday, the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is the 5th of September. Got a few little bits just to update and waffle on, and then we'll go from there. Quickly, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Obviously, I have my Instagram and my Patreon anyway. But I'm going to leave a link to the meditation track I was just listening to before recording this, because I'm going to get to that and speak about it, because I keep meaning to speak about the throat singing meditation tracks. I've linked them a couple of times. One of my older videos, the one, You're Not Crazy, You're Just Awake in an Insane World, the thumbnail is from said meditation, the Yamantaka meditation. Obviously, do your own research, cool. Bear with. Just been to the gym, just done my training. Do the Muay Thai session, the Muay Thai class. And I can't lie, it's always the way on a Thursday. There's the class I'm in, which is the sort of, obviously, group together of the different, the band grading system, whatever you want to call it. And then there's a class afterwards called the championship class. And one of the coaches, who's a year younger than me, so I can chat to him on a level, he's always trying to tell me to do the class. But I say to him, brother, I'm not being funny. There's people that rock up at 7 o'clock for that class, but you're telling me I've got to do the first one and then I'm allowed to do that class. So it's one of them, bro. Some days like today, bro, when my body's aching, I feel tired. And mentally, I'm gonna get into it and then we'll go from there. But the same way, next weekend, a couple of the lads from the gym are fighting. One of them I was, partnered up with today. Obviously, Padman, and then you swap over whatever doing the class as you do. And I'm happy for him. I said to him, bro, honestly, I'm happy you've got a fight, because to be fair to him, he was supposed to fight, I think, October last year. I've only been meant to fight since, April. Then July, the fight card got cancelled that I potentially could have been on. And then the October card potentially could be cancelled for the amateurs. So him and a couple of others are doing amateur rule sets, but on this September fight night. Again, I know that's a couple of minutes gone, but just like today, and it's been the way for a few weeks, and on quite a few of the training sessions, like, I get it done, I'm tired, my body's aching. And on a human level, I know I've got to really, really mentally force myself to not let that negativity creep in at the matrix, that it's like, bruv, I've dared, and dare I even use the phrase, had the bollocks, but bare minimum being delusional enough, I'll extend the olive branch and use that phrase, to put myself out there on the fucking internet, on this YouTube channel, and say I am a professional fighter, say it in the present tense, speak into existence. And a big thing for me is knowing how my own mind works. I know what it takes to be, I was going to say a champion. That's not even a Freudian slip. I know what it takes to be a champion, and I know what it takes to be a professional. Bare minimum 2 training sessions a day. So if I'm not training in a morning and an evening, then I've got no business saying professional fighter, and I get that, and I wholeheartedly understand that. And that was the funny thing back in April, when I was saying, I'm thinking of this fight, the AFL, I'm doing so much visualization with the meditation. Obviously, on this channel, when I know I get a little bit, dare I use the phrase, schizophrenic with some of my ramblings, which I am going to get to in this video, time permitting, which it will. So I'm thinking, I've got all that in my head. I know I'm in a simulation. I know I'm in Immortal Soul. I know in some weird way of looking at it, it's already happened. The same way I'm saying, I understand my hypothetical opponent, this is back in April I'm on about, could be thinking what I was thinking at times, which is like, yeah, bro, first round knockout. If anything, the first exchange, bro, pump fake the jab, and then boom, I'm not going to say the combo. But, you know what I mean, bro, and visualising that, drilling all the other stuff, combinations, pad work, bag work, road work, running, sprints, little bits of strength conditioning in the gym. And then it didn't happen, never got an opponent. And it felt like a kick in the teeth, not only because I told a few people in my personal life and again on a human level. But like I said, bro, I put it on the YouTube channel. And ever since then, bruv, it's just felt like a dark cloud looming over me. That it's like, bruv, it's 2024 and it's now September 2024. But again, when I dial it back and I look at things for what they are, and this is what I'm going to get into, touching on what I spoke about in my most recent, long form video. Like I said, it was back on Saturday. I briefly mentioned that I've been doing a couple of shifts at the gym I used to train at, which is like, more proper bodybuilding, weight training type of gym. But they do have the heavy bags in there, do have the matted space. They have a small, I don't know if you can even class it as an octagon. It's, a cage shape. I think technically it's a hexagon. But, without undermining that, you get what I'm saying. A mini octagon and a boxing ring. They got the mats, they got the bags. I was training in there yesterday on the bags, but let me not get off on a tangent. And again, quickly talking about that, and I spoke about it in my recent video, and I'm saying this is how the Matrix works, bro. Things you really, really longed and wished for, because this time last year, bro, that's the other thing I'm going to have to leave a link to, because I think technically it'll be tomorrow to be a year on the dot. But because it's a leap year, tomorrow will be Friday, but obviously the same date last year was a Wednesday, so I remember it was a Wednesday. I did the first of the 2 bridge jumps that are short on the channel. Feel free to check them out, but like I said, I'm going to leave a link to the first one that I did. And at that time, bro, I literally said to myself, I was taking a leap of faith, believing in myself that I'm not even going to get too deep in what was going on, because the negative bullshit and the shit I was putting up with. And hey, man, on a human level, I can hold my hands up and say, I'm so self-aware that I understand, bruv, I purposely was a bit militant and a bit stubborn with certain actions that I was like, you know what, bruv? It's almost like a fuck you to certain things, but let me not open that can of worms. So quickly breaking down, like I said, doing a few sort of shadowing shifts at that gym that, like I said, I used to train at. Did my last session, it was the end of September last year. Then obviously all the stuff that happened, then I'm moving from one city to another, Birmingham to Wolverhampton. So then I was training at the gym under the same name, but they're like a franchise, like McDonald's. So I'm training at the, the Wolverhampton one that was down the road from where I live now. Then, as I've said, again, not to mulch over my story, from the start of 2024, I was like, I know what I'm thinking, I know what I'm visualising. Amen. I did the wage slave job at the supermarket, the night shifts for the temporary Christmas contract. It hit January, I had the first payday in the bank. I knew at the end of January I had another payday coming. And again, to skip over more negativity and more straight up just the past of what's gone on this year, like I said to myself, I was like, I know what I need to be doing. I know what it takes. I need to rejoin the other old gym I was at that I was last in July 2022. I understand this is kind of like a life story and we're almost 8 minutes in, but let me keep it going. Because again, it's literally like how you look at the Matrix, bro. We really just choose wherever we want to be stood or sat. And then it's almost like things are just warping towards you. If you see the scene in the Matrix, because it's a great example, when they're going to go for the thing at the end to save Morpheus, and they're like, oh, what do we need? Guns, lots of guns. And Neo and Trinity are stood in the white out space, and then the shopping style shelves of guns start hurtling towards them. It's almost like that, bruv, in the Matrix, when you really get deep onto it. Another example, like the film Spy Kids. I think it's Spy Kids 3D. I know it's a child's thing, but from back in the day. But when they're in those robots and they're sort of stood on a platform floating and they're kind of like walking and doing the actions for the robots. Obviously, there's been other films where it's similar sort of thing, but you get what I'm saying, bruv. And again, quickly to dial it back to finish that tangent. So again, I'm covering shifts at the other gym. I'll start properly next week on Monday. Obviously, today's Thursday. I did a full shift in there Tuesday. And again, saying to myself, okay, cool. This is, again, another stepping stone. It's the Matrix giving you a little thing on a platter. Like, here you go. You wanted this before. We're going to give it you now, bro, because your power is becoming so powerful and all the other shit I'm manifesting. Not even get deep on it, but when I'm talking about, like, semen retention, and with these, oh no, I'm getting on tangents, I apologise. But with these meditation tracks, you really, 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 truly want to transmute the lust. Like I said, there's that specific yoga pose, there's the meditation, there's the breath work. But when I say meditation and breath work, I understand it's easy to just say that, and I'm just saying a random word and phrase, and it doesn't mean anything to you personally. But when I leave a link to these meditation tracks, bro, and you're going to listen to these monks, like I always say, the symbolism of the warrior clans of ancient times, of our past lives, our past avatars in different lifetimes, that in some realm is happening in theory, simultaneously in another dimension. You really want to get deep with it. And like I say, bruv, those Tibetan monks meditating in the mountains, literally just doing that sort of sounds, and you got all the weird horns and sounds and symbols and music, and it's a bit trippy. But when you really listen to it, and you got the music, sorry, you got that playing in the background, you literally sat, align your spine, close your eyes, focus on your mind's eye, do your best to, like I say, when the thoughts come, imagine they're just clouds in the sky, let them pass, bear with, let the thoughts pass, like I'm saying with the semen retention, let the lust pass. Even if you start visualizing stuff, bro, the worst thing you can start to do is load up the pixels, yeah? And I understand, bro, and I've been there and I know what it's like, bro. And even like if you catch yourself in the moment and you're literally screaming inside your own head, you're literally in the moment. I'm not going to do the gesture because I got the car light and there's people walking the dogs. Hey, man, as soon as that car and the other 3 cars there go, I'll lock off the video and we'll go. But that's 11 minutes. Let me keep it going. But you're there and you're fucking edging, bro. I understand it's crude, and like I said, I've been there, bro, since starting the fucking channel, bro, of 2022, yeah. But let me keep it going. Like I'm saying, cool. Again, like I'm saying, this other gym, starting to work there. So cool, I'm getting paid to be in a gym where there's literally the space for the martial arts training and all the cardio, so you can run and all of that, and the weights and strength conditioning. So then again, it's becoming like something I said to the guy I'm replacing August last year. I was doing a bit on the bag and I was saying about how I'm trying to transition more to the martial arts because I know what I need to be doing, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, bro, chase 2 rabbits, catch none. And he's like, oh, that's a good phrase. And I'm like, yeah, I can't lie, I stole that from like a meme, but it's like an old Zen proverb. Chase 2 rabbits, you'll catch neither, yeah? I can't be, like I was saying, big boy bodybuilder, weight training, heavy squats, heavy deadlifts. But then I'm saying, in my mind, professional fighter and Muay Thai. Do you know what I mean, bro? And I got to find the balance. So again, quick little, you know, life update. Not that it really means too much, but just to get the thoughts out my brain. The same way I journal, because once I get everything out my brain, I can focus so clearly and I can empty my mind. And it's like, bro, forget about thinking like a human. Forget about this idea of it's 2024 and I've just remembered the other point I wanted to make, and the fact that I'm 27 fucking years old, bro, yeah? But I mean, not to get too passionate. Like I'm saying, it's almost like a carrot. I thought the video cut out then. Low battery. It's already on low power mode. Let me speed it up a little bit. Cool. And it's all well and good me feeling a bit disheartened and feeling the negativity. Like, fuck's sake, bro. I've put it on my YouTube channel. I've told people in my personal life. Everyone that actually speaks to me in the, you know, I was going to say daily basis, but you know what I mean. People that know me personally know I'm training so hard. And I'm saying, yeah, I want to fight, bro. I want to fight. Just give me a fight. Give me a date. And I'll ramp up my training. I can focus my nutrition the same way. I mean, the same way it is anyway. I'm just trying to get the fucking calories in, bro. You know what I mean? And hydration. But you get what I'm saying? And again, reminding myself, feeling like, again, that I'm looking at an hourglass and the sands of time is dripping away. But then again, reminding myself and the beautiful synchronicity that my higher self showing me. We can argue it's the Matrix, but like I've already said in another video, it's the divine mirror. When I'm seeing a guy from another gym, the first Muay Thai gym I started at as we came out of that 2021 lockdown, and I see the main head coach reposted his picture on a poster saying he's got a fight booked, and they're doing a little video where the guy talking about how he got into Muay Thai, and it's funny because he's got the strongest black country accent you can ever hear. And for the purpose of people that don't know what I mean by that, it's an offshoot of the Birmingham accent. We call it a yam yam accent. But when a man's there like, yeah, so basically I only took my son to the gym and I thought I'd give it a go. Basically, he took his son to the gym and thought he might as well give it a go when one of the coaches said, why don't you try it out? And he didn't start the Muay Thai until he was 30 years old. That's 3 years older than how old I am now. And he's right now UK number 2, about to have another title fight because he's already got a Midlands belt. And again, as soon as I saw that, I thought, what a beautiful synchronicity. That of course I don't need to worry because time really is an illusion, Josh. And you ain't got to worry about this person's got a fight. Shout out my brother who knows me through this YouTube channel. The one and only person. Maybe a couple of others. Yeah, a couple of others. But I can count on one hand the people that know about this YouTube channel and then I've actually spoke to. Bare minimum messaging, you know what I mean, bruv? And the people watching this, you know who you are. Yeah? Nothing but love. But when other people are getting fights booked and people in my gym and this, that, I'm feeling a bit disheartened, but I'm reminding myself, you know, it's not my you know, we've all got our own lives to live, and there's no jealousy anyway. Let me hold that thought to finish the point. Like I'm saying, this geezer who didn't start until he's 30 years old, of course he would walk into the gym when I'm on my shadow shift Saturday to come in for a session. Geezer walked in, I instantly recognised him. I'm like, oh, you're right, mate. He's like, yeah, I paid for the day pass. I said, oh, you got a fight booked? And he was like, yeah. I said, yeah, I seen Damien posted it on his page. So yeah, I was like, how you feeling? Yeah, mate, you know, in pain, but we've got to keep training. I was like, yeah, have a good one, mate. Straight away, I laughed to myself, bro. Of course, like I said, the synchronicities. So let me keep it going because there's 15 minutes. I'll make 2 more points and then we'll lock off the video. So again, like I'm saying, there's no jealousy, because another thing that really cropped up in my mind today specifically, but when I'm talking to, like I said, the lad I trained with today who's got the fight booked, you know, I was speaking to him the other day, and when I was sort of meditating on it and thinking, I've already visualised all this shit a million times in my head, not just fighting like the Muay Thai and in that specific location where my gym hosts a lot of their fight nights. Bruv, I'm visualising fucking one championship, the UFC, and I know how that sounds, and I don't give a fuck how delusional that sounds. And like I said, bruv, I'm daring to put it out there on the blood clot fucking internet for potentially the world to see. Like I said, bruv, I'll tempt fate. Let them give me 1 million views on this video, yeah? And I understand how that game goes. But again, when I'm seeing my brothers getting fights booked, and the same way, just my people around me in general, people that like my most liked YouTube short and my most viewed YouTube short on the channel, blood is thicker than water. The blood shed on the battlefield is thicker than the water of the The blood shed on the battlefield is thicker than the water of the womb. And the amount, I had to turn the comments off, bruv, because the amount of people trying to be like, actually, it's the blood of the covenant. It's the... Bruv, I don't care what you say the quote is. I'm saying the real meaning of the quote, blood is thicker than water. It's not about family is family. Your cousins, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. No, I'm saying the man that I will stand shoulder to shoulder with. Let them fucking put me on my knees and behead me in front of my tribe if I'm the one that's got a hold off the warring legions of the fucking demonic forces in this simulated reality. And we know how that shit goes. And that's why I'm getting passionate, because it's post-workout. I've got the caffeine in the system. I'm transmuting the negative energy. I'm listening to the Yamantaka mantra, the conqueror of death. That's what it is, bruv, yeah? And I know I conquered that in my mind, because as soon as I was feeling that kamikaze energy, and just quickly for those of you who don't know what kamikaze means, is referencing the Japanese phrase and what they were referring to specifically during World War II, when they're locking these young lads, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, in these planes, carrying them up and just leaving them up there in the air. So as soon as they start to come back down, they got nothing, all they can do is steer, bruv. They got no engine to dive bomb and literally suicide bombers onto the American warships. That's a story for another day. How long have we got? 2 minutes before it's 20 minutes in, and I really need to get going. There's 2 cars left, so fuck it. Hey man, we're all getting locked in apparently. And like I said, bruv, for my brothers fighting, as always, like I said, blood is thicker than water. And the thing that, again, when I was meditating on it today, not even meditating on it, just literally deep in it and just staring at my bedroom wall, purposely locking off my phone and focusing on that light that I constantly see buzzing in front of me. Like I said, bro, I see the pixels on a daily fucking basis. And again, owed into a little conversation I had with, again, like I said, one of my fellow brothers has got a fight booked. And when we're talking about, you know, like visions and like the DMT and this, that and the other and psychedelics and all of that. And again, just clicking in my mind, and then I watched one of the RKX YouTube live streams. I think it was the one I linked Saturday. It is. That's a story for another day, but just quickly to finish the point, because before we get to the 20-minute mark. Again, when I meditate on it, and I know, like I said, I'm here on this specific timeline. We all are, bruv, because I know what the future holds, when time really is an illusion, where the sands of time, the hourglass itself will smash on the floor, because this entire societal system will all start breaking down. The 4 horsemen will really be stood on that mountaintop. The battle horns will really be going, bruv. And shit, man, you want to get deep with it, bruv. The types of entities that lurk in other dimensions, bruv. Oh shit, the lines will really start to get blurred into this realm. And that's a story for another day, because like I said, I know my fellow immortal souls, myself included, we've done this a million fucking times, bro. This is why we signed up to come in here, bro. So the fact that I'm saying, bro, professional fighter, it's a drop in the ocean, and I know what my life holds. I know what will be the culmination of events. I was about to say my full fucking name, but low-key thinking fuck it. But, you know, yeah, like I said, bro, Highlander, and it will make sense, bro. Like I said, I'm a Highlander, like my father before me. To reference Luke saying to the Emperor, I'm a Jedi like my father before me. That car's leaving, we're going to have to go in a second, and I've gone over 20 minutes. Maybe it's a story for later tonight when I compose myself and talk about it. But like I'm saying, bro, blood is thicker than water. Knowing in past lives, in past avatars, literal real world experiences, the same way I'm sat in this car and it feels real. Do you know what I mean? Are we all leaving? Anyway, that'll do for this video. So as always, transmuting the negative energy. I've still got to drive home from this location to another city, but this is what it's all about, bro. Transmuting the negativity and not dwelling on what I'm in my mind on an ego level, thinking this is what I want. I already said be careful what you wish for, but things I wanted in the past, they're all cropping up now. So I know how this shit goes, and 2024 isn't over yet. It's all an illusion anyway. I know how this shit goes. So as always, man, stay up, stand your purpose. Let's fucking go. You can do anything, and ultimately, whatever you really, really, truly visualize in your heart, and it really resonates, and no matter what type of meditation you do, no matter what type of life you live, anything that comes full circle, and it always comes back to your mind, and you're saying, I know this is what's going to happen. I know I'm going to manifest this life for myself. It will happen. Yeah? Let's fucking go.